What's up guys, Joker. Just wanted to run through something I had for a video, just talking about, the new Moogle event that's going up. This is a big deal. I think everyone's already known about it by now. It's just good to remind people and stuff like that. So if you go into any of the major city-states, so it would be Ul'dah or Gridania or Limsa, and just in this case it's Ul'dah, like this is literally just in front of that Ethernet. You go to this vendor, you'll see it's irregular tombstones. Now this vendor is super important. I've been waiting for this for a long time because it gives you a lot of things that are like really hard to get. So this Inferno jacket, that's like that, it has like the original Final Fantasy like seal and stuff like that on there. It's just like a cool little glam thing. There's like aesthetics, but the real important thing, the only thing everyone should care about, is the mounts. So you see here Dark Laner and Auspicious Commune Thief. So this is one of the dogs and then one of the birds. And then you scroll down a bit, you get to, barding, times one map, and then you get here. This is the real big thing, and I think the most important thing is the Beast Tribe mounts. So you look at this Drake, that's for Amalja, Laurel Gubu, that's for Sylphs, Elps is for either the Exhale or it's for another one of the starter ones, and then look at the bomb one, that's for the one of those little rat guys called you know what I'm talking about, or whatever. It's like those four right there are just like the starter city state, I mean, what am I saying, the base like game beast tribes. So Exhale, Sylph, Amalja, the what are they called, the kobold, those type of people, and there's like two more I think, so there's six, and it's a real pain in the butt to like go and get them. So I was waiting for this event just so I can go get a lot of them. I already gotten the Amalja one, so I was like, oh, okay, who cares, I'll just not worry about getting all the other ones, and I'll focus on the other beast tribes, because, and you see Direwolf, that's another one of those, the Embar, that is in Xanathos, those are two ponies. So you see this, you can just do these, and they all cost 30 of these irregular tombstones, and it's pretty easy to form out. I'll talk about it later. But also some other useful things are these riding maps, and this makes you go faster, but these are only, again, those three city-state areas, Limsa, Ul'dah, and Gridania. You don't get it for Ishgard or anything else, and you get some minions, and then some triple triad cards, and some orchestral rolls. So you can look at the totals there, it's pretty easy, but like how you get them is also something you gotta worry about. Like, I have 7 right now, so how you can get these is also a pretty easy process, and I'll just switch over and talk about it here. You look at it right here, this webpage just goes through it. It's just the official Final Fantasy thing, and this is running it started on the 19th of October, and it's running all the way till Endwalker's release. So patch 6.0, that's when it's going to conclude, so we have plenty of time. That's all the way, it's about a month. So you look at this here, Praetorium, you do this, you get 10 of them. Luckily I've gotten it twice, not by choice. Castro Meridium gives you 7, Amara gives you 5, and PvP gives you 3 on this side and 5 on this side. Then you got some more dungeons that give you 4, some raids that give you 3, and then these all give you 2, and it's specifically only these. They will be marked by a Moogle icon in the game, in the duty finder, and like I said, this is where you can find it in Limsa and in Gridania, so they're all next to the Ethernet. That's good. I actually didn't know that. I knew Ul'dah was right there all the time, but yeah, so you got useful things. I would say to me the most useful ones are the Beast Tribe mounts. These two, the Auspicious Kumu and Dark Laner, I mean, those are easy to get by yourself, but if you want them, they're right there, and they're 50 instead of 30. That's the more important thing. There's some glamour and stuff like that. I think that's fine. I mean, I might get it if I just have them, and then also the triple trial cards, of course I'm gonna get them. But the farming Praetorium is not going to be the most effective thing. It's about an hour and you get 10. That's not worth it. The way you want to go to farm this is you go to Binding Coil Bahamut, turn 2. You've probably seen this all over the place. Just do a view party finder. You have to be synced, and just start a party, And if you're a tank, that'd be preferred, or if you're a blue mage, that'd be preferred with the red spells. People list it all the time. Um, for me, and you just farm it out. It takes not that long, about a minute or so. You'll be able to do it, and you just keep spamming it. You get three each time. You spam, spam, spam. I think in 30 minutes, I got about 80. So you will be able to get everything you want if you want to farm and spam it. Now, also for me, it's like, hey, I already got all the beast trap things. Now I'm passively earning it. I'm going into the front line, daily, and I get three every time. I'm doing main scenario so I can level my healer. I'm getting 10 or 7 each time, so it's like I'm fine. And then I do also the daily raid, and I've been getting Labyrinth of the Ancients, and that's another 3 for me. These trials, a lot of people are doing these 3 trials specifically. I don't even know why they chose these 3, but a lot of people are doing these 3 a lot. I can see why they chose. I actually don't know why they chose these, but these are all the end of those Stormblood mounts. Stormblood raids. And again, like I said, you have to sync in order to get these tombstones. You cannot unsync any of these and get the credit. Honestly, doing these dungeons is a giant waste of time. I don't think anyone will do them unless they are forced to in the dungeon duty roulette. Amarat, I do not see anyone doing it again unless they're forced to do it. They're just giant wastes of time for the amount of regular tombstones you get. You see, you also get MGB Platinum. You get 50k for each 30. I know I can see a lot of people spamming it just to get the MGB Platinum. That's gonna be worth it. For me, I don't have any of these writing maps. For the life of me, I cannot figure out how to get them. I know it's a pretty easy thing to do, but hey, I'm just gonna throw it at this. And honestly, I keep forgetting about this MGP Platinum thing. By the end of it, I will probably be spamming for getting that so I can farm out some MGP. If I have anything left over, I think I have all 3 of these, but if I don't, I will get all 3 of these because Shimayu, Diablos, you have to farm for those doing the certain raids. So, obviously, it's not going to be the best thing in the world. I've seen people trying to farm the current ones in Endwalker. Not Endwalker, in Shadowbringers, just to try to get those cards. That's not something I want to do. I want to get it while I'm farming, for the mount. But yeah, that's enough talk about that. I think I'm gonna just switch over and talk about also my experience playing healer. The first time I'm playing a healer in an MMO type anything. I kind of look at it. I was kind of scared, and I'm still scared. I'm still wondering, hey, am I really costing my team? And I've been pretty bad. I've been seeing my team wipe in front of me, and I'm like, is this my fault? And it's like, yeah, it is my fault, and it's also sometimes not my fault. And I gotta realize it's kind of good being a healer because you get an insta Q, which is great, but you have a lot of responsibility, and you can easily mess it up and kill your entire team, which I've done plenty of times already. And I'm only level 58. And that's what's making me think to myself, it's like, oh dang, do I really want to do dungeon roulette as a healer? Should I just wait in the queue and do summoner? And to me, it's just about powering through. I have 2 other healers to get to 80. So if I'm gonna get everyone to 80, I have to be a healer. I might as well just do it right here in a class that's a little more comfortable to be healer. And I'm trying my best doing it. But other people have been playing tank and DPS and worrying about, hey, should I even play hero or even bother it just to experience it? It's just like, I think you should. I think it's obviously, I think, made me appreciate healers way more because what they have to do and how if they mess up, it really does mess up 97% of the time. It messes up the entire instance. But it's a lot to learn, and I've been trying to learn, and that's great. I think honestly, if you just say, hey, I'm new to healing, I think people are going to be more easier on you. For bad English, but uh, generally that's what I'm thinking. The Final Fantasy 14 community is really good. They also can't they can't talk bad to you, otherwise they get banned. So that's also helping you out. But yeah, to me also, I look at this and I think Scholar and Summoner. I like Scholar more. I honestly think Summoner is terrible. Honestly, like I was going into this, I always thought Bard was the worst one, and I got that to 80 easily. But I think Summoner is the worst class, just in my opinion. I think Summoner is really clunky to play, especially coming from a person who played Red Mage. I mean, I like that way more as a caster. I feel like I'm gonna like Black Mage more as a caster too, because I feel like I'm actually doing something. And instead, as a summoner, I feel like a moron who has to rely on this stupid thing that's floating next to me. Um, and the stupid thing that's floating next to me isn't even doing anything. I think I honestly like just like playing this. It's like I thought I was gonna like Summoner more, even with the Qs and stuff like that. I was still gonna play Summoner, but I actually have ended up liking Scholar way more. I think Scholar is so good, and I've just been playing it way more, not just for the insta queue, but just because I like playing Scholar more. And yeah, I'm messing up, but it's better to be messing it up now than later. And I think it's also good to have at least one of all the three. You know, if you have your tank, you have your healer, and you have your DPS, and you're always prepared to get into an instance and like actually do content. I think it's a better thing to do. And do you want to be doing 90 level dungeons and raids in Endwalker as a healer? Not necessarily. You would obviously prefer what you're comfy with, and for me that's tank. um but it's something that like allows me to stretch out and do something and maybe be a little more appreciative to the healer who's healing me as a tank. Maybe it's not as easy as just spamming one button. In the level 30 and below, everything's pretty easy. When it gets to Orenvale, I think it's a little harder on the healers, especially that. Honestly, Orenvale, the hardest part for me is that first boss, and then after that's just cake. Then it's just a tank over pulling things and killing us. I mean, like I played Orenvale, I think earlier today, and the tank literally was like stealthily trying to cut between, like there's these three mobs, like one's on one side, the other one's over here, and they move sometimes, and then there's that one there. He like stealthily moved and then attacked the middle, and everybody else was like, what just happened? We didn't expect that because everyone in Orenville, you pick it out one by one, or you pull those two side ones together and just take it all, and then you go after the one, and it's like this guy just like snaked his way to the middle, and then the two things come back and snap us and kill everyone. And it's like that wasn't my fault. That's obviously the tank's fault for not doing his job. And sometimes it is the tank's fault, and then the other 70% it's my fault. Um, and it's just I gotta realize it, and it's just, I just gotta adjust, and I gotta play better. At the end, that's what it comes down to. So I'm gonna wrap it up there. Just give you some thoughts. Just give me a heads up about the Moogle event too. Big thing. Endwalker's coming here. It's less than a month. I'll talk about that maybe in the next video. And yeah, let me know in the comments if you guys play healer. Please support the channel. Like, subscribe really helps me out. Makes me feel better. Strokes my ego. But yeah, thanks for watching and take care. Bye.